This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Omen. Oasis is a free and easy-to-use add-on for Omen Gaming Hub that creates a virtual room for you and up to 15 of your friends for private gaming and watch parties.
But Oasis isn't just any virtual room. With low latency, 720p, 30 FPS screen sharing, and seamless audio quality, you can quit worrying about technical difficulties, stop arguing over who has the worst internet connection, and get to play it.
Oasis is the best way to hang out when you,
At the bare minimum, I really hope that they acknowledge that this is a rematch, or maybe the fight will end with them at the original place that they fought at. That would be really cool, and I would really like that.
Try the beta now. Link, the courageous and determined hero of Hyrule.
Cloud Stripe, sword-swinging, spiky-haired Sephiroth Slayer.
Each are powerful warriors in their own right, but in a fight to the death, which one will win?
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win
A death battle.
in the land of Hyrule. Was a
Oh,
hero
by the way,
so
I haven't
even a
seen
goddess
the
favored,
previews for
destined to
this
wield
at
the
all,
Triforce of Courage,
except for the
fought his
fight
people
preview,
until his
so I
dying
have no
breath.
idea what's gonna
Moreover,
happen.
he was chosen to be reincarnated through time to continue defending against evil. This hero's name was Link.
Since Link's spirit had been reborn over and over, technically that means most Links are kind of the same guy. It's a real Link to the past. Which is probably why he's so skilled with tons of different
Wait,
weapons.
he's 17?
Like his valiant
What?
shield, and of course, the Master Sword.
You told me Link was
Sword is
17,
no
I thought he was at
ordinary
the...
blade. Infused with sacred energy, it is evil's bane incarnate.
I don't even-
capable of
I didn't even
destroying
know
magical
that.
barriers,
That's
dispelling
dumb.
curses, and slaying immortal monsters.
But nothing's more badass than its laser beams and skyward strike. He can even charge it with lightning. You like that, like?
Link's harried hammers, clubs, spears, even boomerangs, and his talent with a bow is second to none. He has fire, ice, and shock arrows, and his light arrows possess holy magic. But the ancient arrows instantly consign foes to oblivion, appearing to either transport them to another dimension or crush them into nothingness.
And these souped-up weapons
Oh.
have come in handy. Link's had his fair share of
Cool.
tussles defending the world from foes like Ganon, Vati, and Majora.
Link has survived rolling through lava and while wearing the Goldie
What?
or Titan's mitts, been strong enough to lift stone weighing well over 10,000 tons.
And the Force Sword lets
Whoa.
him split up into copies of himself. Talk about multitasking.
With the Ocarina of Time, Link can summon storms, teleport across land, and even travel through time with song.
But some of that doesn't hold a candle to the Sheikah Slate. That thing can set remote bombs, move objects magnetically, and totally stop time for things. And it can summon his Master Cycle Zero.
Motorcycles are all well and good, but his sailcloth is certainly a more elegant way to move around.
So he's got a lot of cool stuff, but sometimes he's got to get sneaky about it. While he may be tough, Link can't always win fights with brute force.
His claw shots are perfect for maneuvering around the environment, and his magic cape can turn him invisible.
I can think of a lot of ways that would come in handy.
Well, let's see. Dummy. Dummy.
Ha ha, got ya.
You know, Link's weapons are very effective against sassy robots.
Ooh, you can't
Come
see
on,
me
Dummy's
coming
the best
now,
person in
can
the
ya?
show.
Ha! Hey, why didn't you get hit?
Right, the magic cape also turns Link intangible.
Huh. Well, guess there's no punch line. Anyway,
Not
did
funny.
you know Link's fast enough to roll away from Beebo's
I mean, it's
lasers?
10 times better
Which
than
are
the
actual
entirety of the
light
dad
beams.
jokes,
They
and
burn
pretty much
things,
ever
move in a
come
straight
on.
line, and the guide says they're lasers, so there.
As you can see, Link can dodge this laser at the moment it's fired. Given the distance between the two and the time frame, he would have to be moving 2 feet in just under 2 billionths of a second, about a tenth the speed of light.
Now that's a reason to say, excuse me, princess. Because if he didn't, no one would get out of the way in time.
But one item Link has isn't simply a mere vehicle to increase his speed or strength. The Triforce of Courage, a holy relic that offers mystic power to its bearer, including protection from transmutation.
He's got some other spells too, like for shielding and healing, and his fairy spell lets him literally just turn into a fairy. Oh, look at him. It's all tiny and he can fly around. Get the fly swatter.
Link's also been granted magic by great fairies and spirits of past Hylian champions. Mipha's Grace can even revive him to full health after death.
And if all this wasn't enough for him to just thrash his opponents, Link's known to carry to help him out.
While he usually has a limited supply of magical energy, a single bottle of Chateau Romani gives him unlimited magic for 3 whole days.
That's nothing compared to his mask.
These masks not only change his physical form, but give him unique abilities, like how his Goron mask increases his strength.
He can even roll so fast he catches fire. But the Fierce Deity mask is the best. It basically transforms him into a dark god, 10 feet tall and 100% terrifying, with inhuman strength and the impossible Helix sword.
Fierce Deity Link could easily overpower Majora, who pulled the moon into the planet with enough force to destroy a continent and cause planet-wide destruction.
Well, sounds like he's got everything he needs to defend Hyrule. I mean, if you're chosen by a goddess, you gotta do what she says, right?
With the boy clad in green committed to the cause, Hyrule can breathe easy knowing it's defended by such a worthy champion. On the planet Gaia, run by the Shinra conglomerate, one young man wanted to be a strong protector of others, just like his hero, Sephiroth, the elite member of Soldier.
Sephiroth? A hero? What?
The troops of Soldier are awesome. They get badass paramilitary weapons and get to cast magic from materia.
Materia is a byproduct of the life stream, an energy source that runs through the world.
Green materia casts offensive spells, blue's for supportive spells, and yellow has commands. But red's the most powerful, because they can summon giant monsters. No wonder Cloud wanted to be a part of Soldier so bad. I'd want to too if I could have a giant dragon god as a pet.
This is Bahamut Fury, among the most powerful summons in Final Fantasy history. Capable of annihilating a moon, a feat worth over 140 exatons of TNT.
Okay.
Cloud totally
But just take another statement for starting, which means you calculate a big ass number at the beginning of a character's analysis.
None at all. This is too much
Cool.
foreshadowing.
Cloud's time as a soldier mercenary was, well, it never happened. Despite his own memories saying otherwise, Cloud actually failed to join the program at all.
Alright, bear with me here. See, Cloud had a friend, a first-class soldier named Zack Fair. They went through a bunch of wacky adventures together, then got kidnapped by some weird cultists who injected them with alien DNA and Mako energy that supercharged them. It's a long story.
Time and time again, Zack came to Cloud's rescue. Until one day, a rescue would be his final act.
But before he fell, he gifted Cloud his big old Buster Sword. Hey, what's a sword between bros? Especially when Zack had been there for Cloud so much in the past.
Like how Zack was the one who helped Cloud adjust to the fact that he had never become a member of Soldier.
Or how Cloud hadn't been the one who took the moon exploding either. That was Zack all along.
Cloud's own history had affected him so much that he unintentionally took Zack as his own.
Jeez, sounds like he needs to do some heavy self-reflection.
Cloud struggled with
I mean, I do that
ever
every
since he
Tuesday,
was
but-
rejected from the Soldier program. That, combined with the trauma from being kidnapped, experimented on, and watching his best friend die, fractured his sense of self.
You know, Cloud not being who he said he was reminds me of someone, Wiz.
What are you talking about?
You know, like how you faked your identity to avoid paying all those student loans and Homeland Security is still looking for you and...
Hey, did you know, despite how the game works, Cloud can use materia without a weapon? Isn't that neat? Anyway, realizing his memories were
Oh,
faulty,
I guess we're supposed to pay his taxes, so that means he's an epic gamer.
Soldier, he probably shouldn't have, because he's been in many fights just as, if not more impressive than those of Zack's resume.
Remember that awesome dragon?
Yeah.
You beat him! Bahamut's super strong, but also fast enough to fly between planets in seconds. Hell, Cloud can even fly too!
I guess. More like he's able to jump hundreds of yards up and hang in the sky and lunge around. Yeah, it's basically flight.
He can also use spirit
Cool.
energy for super attacks called limit breaks, like the classic Omni Slash.
He's also worn several different types of gear over the years, but the one he's consistently kept is a certain ribbon which defends him from the majority of status effects, excluding time manipulation.
He's dodged bullets, lasers, and electric attacks. He's casually sliced buildings in half, can cast literal nuclear explosions with his flare materia, and he even beat that handsome devil Sephiroth. I don't know how Seppi survived being impaled by a sword that's literally wider than he is, but Cloud got to kick his ass multiple times.
Even coming face to face with Sephiroth's ultimate attack, Supernova.
Along the way, Cloud also
Oh yeah,
destroyed
Sephiroth, the guy who
Shinra.
killed
That's one
Virgil.
way to get back at the folks who refuse to hire you. Oh, and he got an even cooler sword too. Get rid of that sentimental Buster sword, Buster, because the Fusion Sword isn't here to play.
With the Fusion Sword came a new version of Cloud. One who'd worked hard to resolve his personal issues and overcame any foe, mental or physical, in his way.
So all that, on top of beating Sephiroth 3 whole times, proves Cloud puts up one hell of a fight.
Despite Cloud's frustrating start as a young man with unattainable dreams, he grew up to become far more than he could have imagined.
After saving the world more than once, Cloud Strife deserves the hype.
Stay where you belong. In my memories.
Alright! I didn't know
the
he was
methods are
going now.
simple. We've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, if you want to last as long in bed as Link and Cloud do fighting gods, check out Blue Chew.
Blue Chew?
This episode of
Oh
Death
my...
is brought to you by Blue Chew.
Guys, it's been one heck of a year, to the point where it
Oh,
almost
shit.
feels more like 12 years.
Yeah, it's really making me feel my age more than I used to, but it's time to snap out of it.
That's where Blue Chew comes in. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost.
Blue Chew is an online prescription service, which means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Just a discreet package at your door.
It's also cheaper than going to a pharmacy because Blue Chew's tablets are made in the USA and they prepare and ship direct.
Just sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers to find out the right strength and ingredients, and once you're approved, you'll get your prescription within days.
And we've got a special deal for our audience. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code BATTLE at checkout. Just
Remember when they
pay
used to
$5
do
shipping.
the promo code death?
BlueChew.com, promo code BATTLE.
I
to
remember
receive your
that.
first month
That was
free.
really
And thanks
funny.
Blue Chew for sponsoring this show.
But right
Now,
now,
it's time for a damn battle!